How you show up and lead a sales team is going to make a huge difference in their success. And today we're going to have a little fun and we're going to look at the Ben Affleck Boiler Room speech and what you can learn about what to do and what not to do when it comes to leading your sales team. Now, we've worked with a lot of coaches, built a lot of sales teams, and I can tell you that it's really important that you pay attention to the leadership and the frame and the things that you're going to learn in this video of what to do and what not to do. And there's some great content here that you can take for leading your own team. Now, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe so you get notified by the little notification bell in the corner when we produce new content. Like this video with the little thumbs up if you find it useful. And of course, if you've got a question or a comment, make sure to leave it in the comments below. All right, so let's check out the infamous Boiler Room Ben Affleck speech. And we're going to check this out together. I have seen it before, but I am still probably going to have a bit of a visceral reaction as we watch this clip. And I'm going to share with you some of the good and the bad, because despite the fact that what they're doing in this video is somewhat unethical and really probably immoral, I still think that there's a lot of things that you can learn, both what to do and what not to do. And so we're going to just dive in, and you guys can watch my reaction and learn a little bit about what I think when I see something like this when it comes to leading sales teams.
Sorry, man. It's my mistake.
Shit, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
So the first thing that I want to notice there is that he sets the frame, okay? And this is really important, obviously, on our sales calls, but it's also important when you're leading a sales team. You need to show up as a leader. And so it's interesting because you'll watch in this scene, he shows up, he kind of makes it very clear he's going to take the head of the table, but it's actually interesting because he wanders around the table and he never sits down. So he really didn't need to take that seat. So it's a little bit of a jerk move, to be totally honest, and I don't love it, but I want to make the point that taking that leadership stance and setting the frame both on your sales calls and just when leading your sales teams is really important. Now, there's a much better way to do that, and I think one of the best ways that you can set the frame is to actually care about the people that you work with and understand their goals. And that's not something that's going to happen quite in this video, but there is a real leadership tone that is set here, so I want to talk a little bit about that. So let's keep watching.
Dumbass.
Get the fuck out of here.
What?
Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Just pick your ass up out of that Italian leather chair and get the fuck out of this room right now. Come on, let's go, Schleprock. Out.
Now, obviously, I'm having a little bit of a visceral reaction there because this guy is just a jerk. And I don't like the way that he treats people at all. And frankly, this is this movie is about a boiler room where they literally are selling bad stocks. And so what they're selling is an inferior product. This is all about making money. It's completely unethical. And if you're on a sales team doing this, get out as fast as you can. I can't stress that enough. But another thing that he did here is set that frame as the leader, but he also made it clear that, hey, we're working here as a team and you're not going to treat your team poorly. And so I do like that, setting that tone, that while a little bit of good competition is always good on a sales floor, it's more important that while there's competition, there's also camaraderie. And so there are some things, again, that you can take away. And so one of the things I hope that you get as we watch this is that you can always find the good in the bad, and you can probably always find the bad in the good too. So there's lots of things that you can learn here. Some of them are definitely what not to do as well. So let's keep going.
That's it. We expect everyone here to treat their coworkers with a certain level of respect. Okay, before we get started, I have one question. Has anyone here passed the Series 7 exam?
I have a Series 7 license.
Good for you. You can get out too.
What? Why?
We don't hire brokers here. We train new ones. That's it, Skippy. Pack your shit. Let's go.
So again, I don't love the way that he treats people, but what he's actually doing here, and again, unethical to say the least, he's getting rid of the people that have a broker's license in this room because again, what they're doing is actually illegal and unethical, and anyone with a broker's license, and if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest checking it out, anyone with a broker's license is going to catch on really quick to the fraud and what they're doing, and they're not going to allow it. But new people that they can train and help them get their broker's license, they're going to be able to really help build the belief in what they're doing. And so what you can take away from this, again, let's make sure we've got a product that gets results, right? That we care about the clients, that we actually want to sell a superior product, not an inferior product. But what I do take away from this, and it's really a good point, is that he does want to make sure that he has people who are working on the sales team who actually have a belief in the product. And if they understand all the unethical and illegal intricacies of what they're doing, they're going to lose that belief very quickly. They're not going to be able to be successful. So again, real opportunity in understanding that you need to develop belief on your sales team. Now, the best way to develop that belief is to have a superior product that gets great results, to share the case studies and testimonials of your clients' results and successes, to care about your sales team and what their goals are, and to help them see how reaching their goals is going to be possible through reaching the company's goals. And we need to, as a leader, connect all of that for them. So there are much better ways to build that belief. But again, setting the frame, making sure that we don't have somebody on the team who's going to be asking questions and causing problems that would reduce the belief. And so when you do have somebody on your sales team who is a naysayer, who is really just in a situation where all these leads are really bad and, and they just are constantly in a negative energy, for the same reasons, you're going to want to remove that person from the team because they will bring everybody down. It's sort of like the weakest link. In a chain, the weakest link is always going to be the one that breaks. And so, really important that we keep that in mind.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm not here to waste your time, okay? And I certainly hope you're not here to waste mine. So I'm going to keep this short. Become an employee of this firm, you will make your first million within 3 years, okay? I'm going to repeat that. You will make $1 million within 3 years of your first day of employment at JT Marlin. There is no question as to whether or not you'll become a millionaire working here. The only question is how many times over. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. I am a millionaire. It's a weird thing to hear, right? I tell you. It's a weird thing to say. I am a fucking millionaire. I guess how old I am. 27. You know what that makes me here? A fucking senior citizen. This firm is entirely comprised of people your age, not mine.
So again, not a huge fan of this character or what's going on here, but this is a pretty popular sales movie, and so it's one I just really wanted to show because I really want to talk about some of the things that are being done here and why actually he does build a very successful sales team as time goes on and they all realize, they're breaking the law on a big level and it's completely unethical. Things start to unravel pretty quickly at the precipice of the movie, but what he is doing here is, he is helping them build belief. Now, again, I want you to start with helping them build belief in the product that you sell, because if they have conviction and belief in the product, or if you have conviction and belief in the product that you sell, you're going to be much more able to sell it. And so as a sales team leader, you want to build that belief. But you also want to build the belief in their ability to make a living, especially when you're a commission income salesperson. You need to believe that there's an opportunity to make money, because if you don't, you're going to burn out quickly. On the phone, you're going to start falling into the trap of just trying to close sales instead of trying to serve. But if you have a high level of belief in your ability to make a living and a high level of belief in the product, then you're going to be able to be successful at selling it. And so what he's doing here is he's like really wowing them with, hey, I'm a millionaire. You guys want to be a millionaire. This is the opportunity. You're going to be able to do this. And so if these guys that are here, they responded to some sort of advertising to help them make that kind of money. So that's exactly what they want. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're leading any team is their goals are more important than yours. So if your goal is to be a millionaire, great. Is it theirs? So one of the things that I would start with in any kind of a team meeting, I would set the frame. I would make sure that some ground rules and expectations are set clearly. But then I would also go around the room and I would find out, well, what are your goals? Why are you here? What do you want to achieve? And what's important to you. Because if you understand what's important to somebody, then you can help them and create a goal that they can achieve that will get them what they want. So they can hit the company's goals by hitting their own goals. And those two things are intertwined, and that's what makes for any successful team. So that's one of the things you can also learn that he doesn't do here at all.
Lucky for me, I happen to be very f***ing good at my job, or I'd be out of one. You guys are the new blood. You're going to go home with the kesef. You are the future big swinging dicks of this firm. Now, y'all look money hungry, and that's good. Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't fucking have any. They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face. Ear to ear, baby. You want details? Fine. I drive a Ferrari, 355 Cabriolet. What's up? I have a ridiculous house in the South Fork. I have every toy you can possibly imagine. And best of all, kids, I am liquid. So, now you know what's possible. Let me tell you what's required.
So again, he's gone through and he's really set the frame for what's possible there. So again, he's building belief. A lot of good, not the way I would do it, not the way I suggest you do it. But again, we can always learn the good from the bad as well as the bad from the good. Now, what he's doing next, though, is really setting some clear expectations. And I like that because one of the key components that most business owners make when they're building their sales team is they don't set clear expectations and they don't hold their team accountable. And what you're about to see here is that he's very clear with the expectations. And this is a thing that you want to make sure that you set on your sales team if you want to succeed.
You are required to work your fucking ass off at this firm. We want winners here, not pikers. A piker walks at the bell. A piker asks how much vacation time you get in the first year. Vacation time. People come and work at this firm for one reason, to become filthy rich. That's it. We're not here to make friends. We're not saving the fucking manatees here, guys.
Now, again, one of the things to point out here is that he doesn't really want somebody who's got goals that aren't making millions of dollars. Because at the end of the day, if that's their goal, then they're going to be willing to do some fairly unethical things in order to make that money. So he's looking for a very specific type of person. And so what he's doing here is going to work for the type of unethical thing that they're doing and what they're selling. For you in building your sales team, I'm hoping that you're selling a much more superior product and you are much more ethical about the way that you go about it. So it is important that you understand your audience and what they care about, both on your sales calls and when you're building a team. So I'm going to go ahead and watch as we go on here, but you'll see that he's very clear about what the expectations are. And if you set the expectations clearly, then the people on your team who aren't going to live up to those expectations, right? To do their administrative paperwork, to show up to the training, to review their own calls, to really be coachable, to perfect their craft and become really good at enrollment and asking the good questions that lead somebody to the place where they're ready to buy. When you set those expectations clearly, you're going to get the kind of people that actually embody that, and that's when you're going to build a successful sales team. So although I don't agree with the goals of this particular sales team leader, what he's doing here is very valuable in understanding.
You want vacation time? Go teach third grade public school. Okay. First 3 months at the firm or as a trainee, you make $150 a week. After you're done training, you take the Series 7. You pass that, you become a junior broker, and you're opening accounts for your team leader. You open 40 accounts, you start working for yourself. Sky's the limit. A word or two about being a trainee, your friends, your parents, the other brokers, whoever, they're going to give you shit about it. It's true. $150 a week, not a lot of money, but pay them no mind. You need to learn this business, and this is the time to do it. Once you pass the test, none of that's going to matter. Your friends are shit. They tell me you made 25 grand last month, they're not going to fucking believe you. Fuck them. Fuck them. Parents don't like the life you lead? Fuck you, mom and dad. See how it feels when you're making their fucking Lexus payments. Now go home and think about it. Think about whether or not this is really for you. If you decide it isn't, listen, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's not for everyone. Thanks. But if you really want this, you call me on Monday, and we'll talk. Just don't waste my fucking time. Okay, that's it.
All right, so almost makes me sick to my stomach to watch that whole scene because while there are some good things to pull out of there, obviously, really not the kind of sales team that I want to be on. Number one, because they're not selling a product that I could believe in. I can't sell something that I don't believe in. But he does some really good things here around setting the frame, setting expectations, showing up as a leader, and he is speaking to his audience. So, for the people that he wants to recruit and for what he wants to have happen, he's very clear about what's going to be expected. And what he's really trying to do here is he's trying to separate the wheat from the chaff. He wants the people that, don't care about anything else but making money. That's not what you want on your sales team. And I can tell you that 100%. In fact, if you watch this movie to the end, you will find the repercussions of where this all leads, and it is not pretty. What you want to build in a sales team is a group of people that are driven by a mission because they believe in your product, they believe in the service that you offer, and they have their own goals, and they can see how the goals that you've set as a business owner are in alignment with helping them achieve their goals. So when they can connect those two things, when you show up as a leader, when you set clear expectations, people are dying to be led. And you will have salespeople that will absolutely rise to your expectations. So set clear expectations, set the frame, be a leader, make sure you build camaraderie on your team. Those are the things that are absolutely going to make you successful. But combine that with a solid product, treating people with love and respect, and you're going to have a really an award-winning team. So this Boiler Room speech was just one. Everybody talks about it. It's one of those preeminent, sales movies. And there's a couple of them, and I'm probably going to do a few more of these because I think they're a lot of fun. But don't be like this character in this movie. Be a true leader who truly cares about this team as well as their clients. And if you liked this content, if you enjoyed this or you've got questions about it, feel free to leave a question in the comments below. You can also join us in our Facebook group where we're doing a ton of free training and teaching on how to build a team and all the things that you need to be successful, including different SOPs and things to really grow yourself as a salesperson. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. If you want more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you're notified by the little notification bell in the corner, and we'll see you in the next video.